It's the Mr. Marty Show.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Oh, welcome to the show. Oh, now welcome to the Mr. Marty Show. We're glad to have you along for a story or to listen to a song. So pull up a chair, sit a while, grab a smile on your face. You're at the right place. Oh, welcome to the Mr. Marty Show. Welcome to the Mr. Marty Show. Welcome to the Mr. Marty Show. Mr. Marty Show. Live action always. Live action always. Live action always on the Mr. Marty Show. On the Mr. Marty Show. On the Mr. Marty Show. Bang!
I wake up with a longing as familiar as my face, a feeling of needing to retrace my steps back to some place where there's a little stream flowing and the evening is nigh. A light lit burning in the window as softly sigh. Home, beautiful home with a great big beautiful tree. A
folks, the wait is over. Martin McCormick's captivating artwork can now be seen and purchased at the Keokuk Art Center in Keokuk, Iowa. This exhibition of Marty fine art runs through June 25th. Visit the Art Center all month long to see paintings, scratch art, drawings, including Martin McCormick's newest pieces, One-Eyed Wolf, 200 Proof, the Thunder Bison Jacket, and the freshly completed One-Eyed Owl. While you are at the Art Center, sign up for Marty's newsletter to be entered in the July 4th drawing for Steel Eagle. Marty has been hard at work, so come celebrate his success at the closing reception, Saturday, June 25th, from 5 to 7 p.m. at the Keokuk Art Center. To save and share this information and see the artwork, visit martinmccormick.com.
Hi, Mr. Marty fans. Ma Gilmore here. This week we're talking about baking. Now, as a kid, I did make cakes. For Christmas, I would make an angel food cake. And then for everybody's birthday, I made my famous tomato soup cake. That's right, Campbell's Tomato Soup had a recipe for cake. It was a spice cake with raisins and just walnuts or pecans. It was delightful and yummy, but nobody in this family really likes raisins, and they don't really like spice cakes, so it's been a long time since I made that. I do bake bread. I can make two types of bread: Irish soda bread, which is really good, and Amish sourdough, and that is also very good, but I don't do it that often. Maybe in the fall when it's cold and we have really good cold weather soup. But what really hits me about baking has been around for generations, for centuries even. My first realization that baking was an art form long, long ago was when there was an article about Pompeii. They were digging up the ruins of Pompeii, which had been buried with ash from Mount Vesuvius centuries ago. And as they dug, what they found were people sitting around a table, which I think was probably early morning time. And in the oven was bread. So what we have here is centuries old bread being eaten by people centuries ago, just like we do or should do today. Take that bread, sit at a table, have such a conversation, because that is what we are meant to do. We've done it so many years. Take that bread and break it with your family and with your friends. In these times of need, what a soothing thought. Breaking bread with friends in peace. Ma Gilmore here, hoping that you will sit around your table and sometime have a table with me. I wish you peace.
And now, 30 seconds of cue.
Yeah? Okay. That is good for eating.
Wow, wow. That is some fish. Bueno.
I just want to show you as I'm working on this beak here that as a habit, I try not to pre-mix my paints except for my big, broad things like, doing these kind of feathers. But right now what I'm doing is I'm building this amazing beak that these owls have. Now, what I'm doing, rather than mixing on this, is I'm bringing it into the canvas, see? I like that, see? Now, and if you look at when we get closer toward the top, see that actually almost becomes white. So that's why I'm kind of avoiding that right now. So there's going to be a lot of little pin feathers coming out. I'll just give a little bit here. If you notice too, I'm not worried about so much my pencil, stuff like that kind of creeping in, because it all ends up in the art, It's deliberate by choice, not because I'm lazy, but I kind of like the person to see the process, So here's my answer there. Okay, I took Caters for a walk, and I have about an hour before I have to go get Anya. So as you can see, the paint has dried. This is one thing I love about acrylic, is it dries fast, beautiful colors. Now I just have to keep teasing out the feathers, and that's what I'm planning to do here, is just keep now building and building and building so we get some depth and dimension and ultimately some beauty. Let's have some fun.
Get the kids' album that makes the perfect gift, Miss Rack's Zoo. 11 of some of the funniest and heartfelt songs written for your child, or perhaps the kid in you. When is the last time you laughed and learned? Go to martinmccormack.com. Order yours today.
Miss Rack's Zoo.
Hello, Mr. Marty fans. Baking this evening. I'm famous in my family for the chocolate chip cookies I do. I started doing them years and years ago, and just decided on a recipe based on several sources: the back of the butter, the back of the chocolate chips, the back of other chocolate chips. You can always take some hints from each of those. But one thing I've definitely learned is to be sure you have all your ingredients before you get started. Not a good idea to be in the middle of things and have to run after a bottle of vanilla. Mix carefully and measure. Mix some of the ingredients, the so-called wet ingredients, which includes the melted or softened butter, as one prefers, and brown it, granulated sugar. And now I'm piddling around trying to get this seal off the vanilla.
How much do you put in?
2 teaspoons. I don't care if it spills over a little bit. There we are. That'll make it really taste nice. Time to add the flour, and of course, meanwhile, our oven has been preheating to the required temperature because we don't want to spend too awfully much time just waiting around. So this says 2 1/4 cups of flour, regular off-rack flour. Shaking it down here, try to not make a mess. Level things out as best as possible. Probably should have brought a knife with me here. Okay, now don't put all 2 1/4 cups of flour in at once because you'll never get it mixed up right. You have to add those ingredients bit by bit. Also, the recipe calls for a teaspoon of baking soda and a teaspoon of regular salt, and just put that in on top of the existing flour will help those mix in with the rest of the ingredients.
For those that might not know, the baking soda and the salt, the purpose for them is to make it help it to rise. Is that the scientific?
So.
Yeah, the scientific word for it.
See, it's easier to stir. If I had all 2 1/4 cups in there, it would never get mixed up evenly.
Is that all the liquid you're supposed to have in there? Is the butter and the eggs?
Yeah, butter and eggs, and the 2 teaspoons of vanilla. That's liquid. No, I mix the liquid ingredients with the sugar separately from the flour, using just a 1 bowl recipe. So I'm not taking up too much room and too much time. Just keep it moving, keep it moving. Just about ready. We just need our 1/4 cup to top this off. And then time for the chocolate chips.
When you put the chocolate chips in, do you just use the amount on the bag, or do you like extra ones in there?
Actually, I think the bag is trying to sell extra chocolate chips.
So you put a little less in?
I put less than the bag calls for. Chocolate chip cookie dough in your ice cream. A little more stirring, and I'll be putting in the chocolate chips. Put these in last and make sure they kind of spread around, because everybody should get their fair share of chocolate chips.
Was this your favorite cookie when you were growing up?
Yeah, it was a rare treat for my mom to make the chocolate chip cookies. Usually we just have sugar cookies or maybe cookies with raisins in them, but chocolate chips were a treat. Well, that's pretty good, yeah. You might think it's a little loose, but it's not. Once you stick it in the oven, it'll get dried out very fast. Time for the oven. I sprayed the baking sheet with some Ham, brand name or equivalent, some cooking spray. Really helps to not tear the cookies when you get them out of the oven. I use a soup spoon, chunk of cookie dough, and it nicely fits 12 onto these particular cooking sheets. No, they're not going to be perfectly round, but they'll be well enough.
Kind of free form. Let us see them.
375 for 10 minutes. All right, here's the finished product, about 3 batches worth. And they came out rounder and nicer and a bit softer than I thought they might. So I'm thinking it's a successful effort in cookie baking today. And the best part of baking is happy children.
Yum.
Heard funny rumor that you lost your humor. Went astray one day while you looked away. With it no longer around, you're all feeling down, wearing a nasty frown. Hear what I have to say. You gotta take your humor seriously. Smile, smile, smile in the face of adversity. Laugh, laugh, laugh at all the absurdity. You gotta take your humor seriously. Sometimes it seems like the devil makes life so tough. The playing field is never level when things get real rough. That's when you need to look in the mirror and give yourself a grin. Tell yourself as you head out, let the games begin. Yeah, you gotta take your humor seriously. Smile, smile, smile in the face of adversity. Laugh, laugh, laugh at all the absurdities. You gotta take your humor seriously. Wear it like some armor seriously. Smile, smile, smile in the face of adversity. Laugh, laugh, laugh at all the absurdities. You gotta take your humor seriously. You gotta take your humor seriously. Smile, smile, smile in the face of adversity. Laugh, laugh, laugh at all the absurdities. You gotta take your humor seriously.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching the show today. Hope you liked it. Hope you liked it. Hope you think it was good in every way. Hope you like it. Hope you liked it. Hope you liked the show today. Thanks for watching the show. Hope you liked it. Hope you liked it. Hope you loved the show today. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching and pulling a chair to stay. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys are all doing well. Love you guys. Bye.
It's the Mr. Marty Show. It's the Mr. Marty Show.